Hey guys, and welcome to another Share the Love Sunday. Today I'm gonna talk about a person that I had the chance to meet. And yeah, he really doesn't need an introduction. I mean, it's fine. And my friends or my entourage, as they say, you will know exactly who I'm talking about. So here it is. To whom this may concern. You almost had me, but you treated us like we were part of a comedy, which is why I left you as though it was funny, as though a heartbreak was easy. This month, a year ago, we were talking about prom while I was working long nights just trying to keep up with your luxury, which gave you a fast pass to not knowing the meaning of monogamy. It's almost as though you forgot to take pride in where you're from, trying too hard to impress people here while you never worked for your income. Always had it handed to you, which in your view was the perfect outcome. So tell me, let's talk all you got tonight. Let's talk money. How come? How come all them papers you were splurging them in Gatineau instead of helping your country with the 2010 tsunami? How come when I called I got all the lovely female, known as the voicemail, 'cause you were too busy in the casinos? How come you didn't bring me to a good restaurant to make up for your stupidity, let us fall like dominoes? And how come with the potential of reaching new highs you met new lows? And how come every time I would ask you a question, you would always reply, I don't know? I mean, was that your favorite line? You used it so many goddamn times that you probably don't even know what your I don't know means no more. You know? Of course not. So that's the day where I realized I had to ask the man who knew all the answers. So I said, God, how come in my life I earned every penny, and in every penny I picked up, I couldn't pick a lucky one? Because I mean, what kind of luck is it if I'm with him? And that's when I became wise enough to discover in your mistakes there was a particular beauty, that it was a blessing to be a victim of your sin, since I learned the biggest lessons of my life. A, how to love right, and B, knowing what I was worth, which was way too damn much to be your wife. So thank you, honestly. Now let me explain the knowledge you gave to me, because the stuff you don't know, clearly. When I took the plane last summer, crossed the border all the way up to your ancestor, while you wouldn't cross a city to see my aunt and my sisters, I learned the respect needed towards another family, to greet them as though you don't even have one, because you can never get enough, you always need some, which is why I got so close with yours during my time in Haiti. Those times where you would arrive late in the AM, too much to drink, I saw firsthand on the consequence, which is why I promised myself I would only be thirsty for love and deliverance. Love. I learned that you can't make it if you don't even have it. Yes, once upon a time, long ago, thank God, we were sharing sheets trying to warm each other's bodies, and I was dumb enough to think that if we'd move a little, get in the mood a little, put in work a little, warmth would be felt. But I was never satisfied with the temperature of the room, as your heart always remained too cold. And you didn't know this part, right, guys? Of course. Because with him, we always had to portray good, so lies were told. I would be like, oh yeah, I mean, you know what? He's so cute. Like he took me to the movie and he calls me cute names like shushu. See, right there, that was a sign from God. That's exactly what you had to do. Shushu, as in leave. Get gone later. We ain't meant to be together. And I should have known that on the special day when I had to apologize on your behalf, talking about swinging bottles to my own friend. Who's classy now? You do the math. That night, though, I learned that every action you take when you're in a relationship reflects on the other as well. So I act as though my present lover is always in the same room, since I would never want to make a mistake for him to dwell. Being your girl wasn't what I thought. It wasn't a fairy tale dream. In my calmness, my crew could feel my scream. 'Cause while I was with you, my best time of day was a shower. You want to know why? 'Cause the water dripping on my feet came from the faucet and not these cheeks. But that day, that time, I learned that beauty of standards a man needs to greet. And while on others you were always cruising, it's only after that I realized I was deeply losing. Not because you weren't so faithful, 'cause I'm the one who cheated. I cheated the worst way because I cheated on myself. Because what you thought me best was the more you made mistakes, the more I became madly and passionately in love with someone else. With time, being a victim to your ignorance, God taught me to let go. Because He knew at that time how much I would love again. And that you didn't deserve that love. So He closed that phase. The end, capital letters He engraved. As He knew for someone else, I will fulfill compassion. That I will be strong enough to tell you this confession. The biggest lesson I learned is the one I taught you, which is at the end, a woman won't take a man filled with ego and dollar bills, but will be held by one where his veins carry rich values. You show me the bad, so the good now I know how to choose. And I also learned to not hate but forgive. As thanks to you, with the one I love now, for everything you didn't do, I know exactly how to live. So thank you and happy Sunday. Love, right.